Okay, let's get started. So we're gonna get started. I'm just gonna tell you a little bit about how we started. So this here is the very first go at color mixing that I did with my very first class. So it was a 6-week class, and we started from the very basics. We started with yellow ochre, and then we mixed it 2-to-1 with red, 1-to-1 with red, and then we switched to red, and then we did the same exact thing. Heavy red, 1-to-1, and then heavy with the other colors. So that was our first go at it, and it was really a struggle, I have to admit. It was a struggle mostly for people who were not used to mixing. So then I changed it. As I do, I try to figure out, all right, what do people have such a hard time with? And it's making the colors just slightly go down in value. So as you see here, this is the pure color out of the tube. We added a little bit of white, a little bit more, and then a lot of white. So it's more white than it is yellow ochre. For example, red is right here, full on out of the tube, very bright, and then it goes very light. Same with black, totally black, and then gray. And but what you see here is where are the flesh tones? How similar is it to flesh tones? Let me get a photo here. So this is the very first painting that my students did. And if you see, like I don't really see anything right here, okay? Here I can see a little bit here, but definitely when you get yellow ochre and red together, I see a lot of flesh tones right here. But they're not exact, okay? It just needs something. They're a little bit harsh, a little bit too intense. You know, look at her lips. That is definitely, that's the right value. So the light, you know, light or dark-ish, but it's not quite the right color, you know. And then here are our dark colors. So I then looked for a different method of how to adjust those colors so they were more toned down. I'm a big proponent of, you know, using complementary colors for landscapes and pretty much everything, still life. And I use that same idea for portraits. So we then changed it up. So I'm going to move this. And we have our yellow ochre here and our cad red here. And I was looking for more colors that were more in the middle, more realistic looking than what we got in the first go. And if you look at this, these look a little bit more toned down. Let me bring back this one. See the difference? They're more toned down. They're not so intense, especially here, coming on over here. Look at all the extra colors that we were able to get. So this is not only cad red, and we are changing the color, but we're doing it not just with white, we're mixing grays into it. So basically, this is a warm color, and we're adding cooler colors into it. White is a cool color. Black is a cool color. So we're mixing it into these little swatches here and creating more of a toned down or muted color, which is more like what we're going to see in the human flesh or in anything really. All right, so with that said, how we got these colors is white, starting with white, and then we would add a bit of black to get a light gray, medium gray, and a dark gray. And then we did have our blacks, and then you see these really nice colors down in here. You're starting to see, like if you squint your eyes a little bit, and that's how you see value, okay? To see value, you need to squint your eyes. If you don't know what value is, I'll actually tell you right now. All right, so value, every color has a value. And that's what these are here, if you have this palette seal, or if you've learned anything about drawing, maybe, you know, especially with drawing with pencil, charcoal, you have to understand values. You'll see lights and darks. That's all it means. It's nothing too complicated. So if you squint your eyes, you'll be able to see this a lot better. I'll put this down here. So if you squint your eyes, you'll be able to see how this is darker here and it gets lighter here. And the opposite is here. If you squint your eyes, you can see how this is darker and it starts to get lighter. All right? When you open your eyes, you see more color. All right? So values, lights or darks, squinting and looking, color, open your eyes wide. So on the back of this form here for the palette seal, they actually do say what values each color has. So CAD red light has a value of 6. That's right here. They actually don't, let's see if they have black. They have ultramarine blue and it's a 9. So 9 is here. 6 is CAD red light, and yellow ochre is, well, it would be right around here. So probably around a 3. So you get your dark, medium, and light. Okay, so this is very helpful. Oh, I guess Stephen Quiller or something did that. Anyway, so every color has a value, and it coordinates with, well, every color has a value, lighter or darker, and it's also warmer or cooler. As you see here, these are warm colors, and these are cool colors. And you'll hear that a lot. Part of making great colors and matching great colors is, all right, we've got a color. What do we do to make it right? And then you ask those 4 questions. Is it lighter, darker, warmer, or cooler than your reference? Okay? So lighter, darker, or warmer, cooler. And that's how we know what to add into that mixture to change it, to get it to match your reference.